What's going on, guys? Healy here, and today going to be talking about the 2019 Hall of Fame voting. There were 4 people that are getting inducted in 2019, along with Lee Smith and Harold Baines. So I'm going to go over the voting for those 4 guys. I'm going to give you a brief overview of their stats, and then we're also going to talk about some of the voting results for other people that did not make it in this year. We're going to start off with Mike Mussina. He played 10 years in Baltimore and 8 years in New York. Never won a Cy Young award, but he was solid throughout his whole career. He had a career record of 270 and 153 with a 3.68 ERA. Pitched in 3,562 innings and struck out 2,813. He had a career 8.7 hits per 9 with a home runs per 9 of 0.9, walks per 9 of 2, and strikeouts per 9 at 7.1. He had a very solid career. Nothing too spectacular, but he was Mr. Consistent from what it seems. I saw a stat on Twitter that the average amount of wins for a Hall of Fame pitcher is 270. Mike Mussina has 270, and the average WAR was like 72 for starting pitching in the Hall of Fame. Mike Mussina had like 82.9, so he had the WAR there. His best season was 7.1 in 2001 with the New York Yankees, in which he posted a 17-11 season with a 3.15 ERA, pitched in 228 innings, striking out 214 guys. He's also the only player besides Sandy Koufax to win 20 games and then retire. He got close a couple times. He had 18 wins in 2002, 18 wins in 99. He had 19 wins in 95 and 18 wins in his first full year with the Orioles. But yeah, 20 came in his final year with the Yankees. 18 years pitching. Very solid career. Also, Mike Mussina had 326 votes. You needed 312. So he had a percentage of 76.6. You need to hit 75 or higher to be in the Hall of Fame. The next person we're going to be covering is Edgar Martinez, one of the best hitters of all time. He didn't play his first full season in the majors until 27, and he was a DH for most of his career, which is why it took him so long to make it into the Hall of Fame. He finished with a career batting average of .312. He had a .418 on base and a .515 slugging, finishing with a .933 OPS for his whole career. His career totals, a little underwhelming in my opinion. Stat-wise, 2,200 hits, 514 doubles, 309 home runs, 1,200 RBIs. He walked 1,200 times, played in 2,000 games, only had 8,674 plate appearances. His slash line was amazing. But, yeah, he didn't really play until he was 27, and then he played 15 years, including that year, with till he was 41. Edgar Martinez in his final year on the ballot. If he didn't get voted in this year, he would have had to wait for the Veterans Committee. He received 85% of the votes. The next person, it was his first time on the ballot, Roy Halladay. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2017, so we will never see him at the ceremony, but I'm glad that he got voted in. He had a no-hitter and a perfect game in his career, one of them being in the postseason. Played 12 years in Toronto and 4 years in Philadelphia, which he finished with 203 wins in his career with 105 losses. He had a 3.38 ERA. For his career, pitched in 2,749 innings and struck out 2,117. Only had a career strikeouts per 9 of 6.9, kind of nice. His hits per nine was 8.7. Home runs per nine was 0.8. And walks per nine was 1.9. He was a two-time Cy Young winner. First time coming in 2003. He had a 22-7 record with 36 starts that year, 266 innings, and struck out 204 guys. His other time came with his first year in Philadelphia, where he finished 21-10 with a 2.44 ERA, pitched in 250 innings that year. He had 9 complete games, 4 shutouts in that year. He struck out 219 guys that year. Absolute sick year. He had 2 other years in which he finished second in the Cy Young, and he did have another where he finished third. Roy is a Hall of Famer in my book. Do I think he should have been first ballot? I don't know. He's first ballot right now. The death might have made that happen a little sooner, but anyways, I for sure thought he would be in the Hall of Fame. He had a very solid career. That no-hitter, perfect game. Congrats to him. Roy Halladay finished with the same amount of votes as Edgar Martinez, 363 with an 85.4 percentage. And the last Hall of Famer voted in for the 2019 class. First year on the ballot and the only unanimous Hall of Famer in baseball history, Mariano Rivera. He is a 13-time All-Star, 5-time World Series winner. He's a World Series MVP. He's an ALCS MVP, and he was once an All-Star MVP. And he was a 5-time reliever of the year. He holds the baseball record for... He holds an all-time career record with ERA plus at 205. Absolutely insane. The average number is 100, so he finished at double that. He has the most saves in MLB history with 652. And he also has the most games finished in a career with 952 games. He pitched in 1,115. He had a record of 82-60 on his career. Kind of funny. He pitched in 1,283 innings, striking out 1,173. He had a career strikeouts per nine of 8.2. Mariano Rivera definitely deserved it. His postseason pitching, he had a .7 ERA in the postseason. He only allowed 11 runs in 96 games. 11 runs in 96 postseason games. You're going up against the best hitters at that time, and he barely allowed any runs. He did allow the Diamondbacks to win the World Series, so that's where one of his runs came from. But he was just outstanding in the postseason as he was in the regular season. Should he have been the first unanimous? I think Griffey probably should have. I'm not sure why Griffey didn't get some votes. Baseball Hall of Fame is very weird with their politics and some people's views. But, hey, I'm glad Mariano Rivera got unanimous. There was no doubt that he would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And Derek Jeter could be joining him next year as another unanimous Hall of Famer. So I'm going to put some of the list on the screen right now. Some of the people that missed. Curt Schilling finished first outside of the Hall of Famers. He received 60.9% of the voting. It was his 6th year on the ballot, so he does have 4 more years. Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens still around 60%. We could see a boost to their numbers next year, as Derek Jeter is one of the only ones that will be first ballot next year that deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. So we could see an influx. They only have 3 years left on the ballot. 7-time Cy Young winner and 7-time MVP. Larry Walker, he has 1 year left. Finished with 54.6% of the votes. Omar Vizquel, only his second year on the ballot, and he is 42%. Fred McGriff, his 10th and final year, he finishes at 40%. I think he will get voted in from the Veterans Committee, but we will have to wait on that. Manny Ramirez gets 22%. Jeff Kent, one of the best offensive second basemen of all time, only 77 votes and 18%. He has 4 years left. Billy Wagner, 16%. Todd Helton, first year on the ballot, 16%. Scott Rowland in his second year, 17%. Gary Sheffield at 13%. Andy Pettit, first year, 10%. Sosa down to 8.5%. Andrew Jones at 7.5%. And then we have 5 people that received votes, but they are getting removed from the ballot as they did not hit the 5% threshold. Michael Young, 9 votes, 2.1%. Lance Berkman, 5 votes, 1.2%. Same with Miguel Tejada. Roy Oswalt with 4 votes. And Placido Polanco. I don't know who voted for Placido. Solid career. No disrespect to him. But Hall of Fame vote? I don't know. 2 votes for him. He is off. Other notables with 0 votes. Jason Bay. I don't know why he didn't get more votes. He was sick. You have John Garland, Derek Lowe, Juan Pierre, Vernon Wells, and Kevin Youkilis. My thoughts on this? I think the voters got it correct. They got the right guys in this year. I would like to see Schilling, Clemens, and Bonds make it over the next couple of years. That would be awesome. There's a lot of people that are falling off the ballot this year. Most of them, all of them are first-time people on the ballot. And it's definitely going to be interesting next year as Larry Walker will be in his final year. Will he make a push like Edgar Martinez? We will have to see. Also, like I mentioned before, we'll have to see if Bonds and Clemens get more votes next year because Derek Jeter is the only one from next year's class that should get in right away. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe down below. Like I said, comment on your thoughts for the Hall of Fame voting. This is Healy, and I'm out. Peace.